Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're going to talk about something that usually makes people want to pull their hair out.
Or just immediately switch off the audio.
Yeah, we're talking about budgeting, but before you roll your eyes and think, great, another lecture, stick with me.
Because the source we're looking at today actually claims that the way you've been taught to budget is the real problem.
It's a really interesting premise, the wealth priority. A Malaysian blueprint for financial freedom.
It's a bit of a paradigm shift, yeah. The central argument is that standard financial advice, it prioritizes spending over building.
Spending versus building, that's the key. Because most of us know that gold standard rule, right? The 50-30-20 rule.
Right. 50% for needs, 30% for wants, 20% for savings. It's the vanilla flavor of personal finance. It's absolutely everywhere.
And it sounds so reasonable. But our source says, for a lot of people, it just fails. Why is that?
Well, it's not the math, it's the psychology. It's the order you do things in. Right. Think about it. You get your paycheck, you pay your rent, your car, your groceries. That's the 50%. Then you go out to eat, pay for Netflix. That's the 30%.
And then you're supposed to save what's left over.
You're supposed to. But what's really leftist, it's what the source calls leftover thinking. You're trying to build wealth with scraps.
And by day 28 of the month, those scraps are usually like zero.
Precisely. So this blueprint, it flips that entirely. It starts by asking, how much can I build, not how much can I spend?
Okay, so let's get into this system. It's a 3-step framework. And step 1 is pay yourself first. Now, I have to be honest, I've heard this phrase a million times.
We all have. But this isn't just a motivational slogan, it's an action.
And a really aggressive one at that.
Aggressive is the right words. The source says, before you pay a single bill, before the mortgage, before anything, you transfer a huge chunk of your income straight out of your main account.
And when you say huge, let's get to the numbers, because I actually had to read this part twice.
It's not a typo. It's broken down by life stage. If you're single, no dependents, the target is 40%.
Whoa, hang on. 40%. I mean, that is almost half your income gone the second it lands in your account. That feels impossible.
It feels impossible if you're looking at your current spending habits, but the logic is about these golden windows of opportunity.
A golden window.
Yeah. When you're single, your financial commitments are at their lowest point, theoretically. If you can't save aggressively then, when can you?
I get the logic, I do. But emotionally.
Yeah.
That's also when you want to travel and have fun. You're telling me to eat ramen while my friends are in Bali.
The source acknowledges that. It frames it as a trade-off. You can have the fun now and play financial catch-up for the next 40 years, or you can front-load the discipline.
So it's about creating what it calls artificial scarcity.
Exactly. You know Parkinson's law, right? Work expands to fill the time, while spending expands to fill the money available.
So if you have RM5,000 in your account, you will find a way to spend RM5,000.
You always do. By ripping that 40% out immediately, you force yourself to adapt. You can't spend what isn't there.
Okay, so that's for single people. But life happens. You get married, you have kids. That 40% isn't sustainable.
No, and the blueprint adjusts for that. If you're married with no kids, the target drops to 30%.
And with kids?
The target for is 20%. But the key thing, the big mindset shift, is that this isn't a goal.
It's a fixed expense, like rent.
Yes. You wouldn't tell your landlord, I'll pay you if I have anything left, you pay it first. This is about giving your future self that same respect.
Okay, so step 1 is done. We've ripped the Band-Aid off. We've moved the money.
Yeah.
Now we get to step 2, invest the rest. Why can't I just leave it in a savings account? It feels safer.
It feels safer, but it's actually losing value. The source is very clear about this, citing Malaysia's average inflation rate of around 3-4%.
So my money's basically melting.
It's like an ice cube on the counter. Your savings account might earn 1%, but if inflation is 4%, your purchasing power shrinks by 3% every single year. You have to beat inflation.
Right, so for someone listening who is thinking, I'm not a stock picker, I'm terrified of losing all this money I just saved, what's the recommendation?
It actually advises against being a stock picker. It suggests using baskets of investments.
Like ETFs or unit trusts?
Exactly. Exchange-traded funds, mutual funds. Instead of betting on one company, you're buying a tiny slice of the entire market. You're betting on the economy.
That makes sense. But the source also talked about something else, a psychological reason for investing, the friction.
Oh, this is so important. It's the emotional attachment. If you have money in a regular savings account, you see a flash sale for a vacation.
It's gone in 15 seconds. The barrier to spend is 0.
It's too liquid. But if that money is in a unit trust, first, there's the hassle. You have to log in, sell the units, wait for it to settle.
It gives your rational brain time to catch up.
Right. And second, your identity shifts.
Yeah.
You look at an investment portfolio, you don't see spending money. You see capital, you see wealth, you become protective of it.
So you don't want to break the machine that's building for you. But the source does say you can enjoy the profits, right?
Yes, absolutely. You can spend the profits. If your portfolio has a great year, take some of that gain and go on holiday. But you never kill the goose that lays the golden eggs. You leave the principal to keep working.
Okay, so we've paid ourselves, we've invested it, now we have to actually survive for the rest of the month. Step 3, managing the monthly budget.
And this is where the 50-30-20 rule makes a comeback, but with a huge twist.
This is the leftover strategy.
Correct. You don't apply the rule to your whole paycheck. You apply it only to what's left after you've paid yourself first.
So the pie is a lot smaller to begin with.
Much smaller. 50% of what's left goes to needs rent, food, transport. 30% goes to wants eating out, entertainment.
And the last 20%.
That goes to a buffer.
Wait a minute, another savings pile? We just saved 20-40% in step 1. Why do we need another buffer?
Because life is unpredictable. That step 1 money is for wealth. It's your long-term engine. You don't touch it for a flat tire or a broken fridge.
Ah, I see. The buffer is your short-term emergency fund, so you don't have to raid your long-term investments.
Exactly.
Okay, I think we need a real-world example here. Let's do the math for that married with children scenario from the source.
Let's do it. A household takes home RM $5,000 a month. Step 1, married with kids, so they have to move 20%.
Okay, so RM 1,000 immediately leaves the account. Poof, gone, into an index fund. We're now left with RM 4,000 to run the family for a whole month.
Feels tight, right?
It feels very tight.
Now we apply step 3 to that RM 4,000, 50% for needs.
That's RM 2,000. For housing, groceries, bills, transport, for a whole family in a city, that seems incredibly difficult.
It is difficult. The source doesn't sugarcoat that. It forces hard choices. Maybe you drive an older car or live a bit further out. Now 30% for wants.
That's RM 1,200 for grab food, weekends out, Netflix.
And the final 20% is the buffer, which is RM 800.
Okay, so let's look at the result here. They invested RM 1,000 and they saved another RM 800 in cash.
That's RM 100,000, 1,800 saved on a RM 5,000 income.
That's a 36% savings rate.
Exactly. If you just told that family, you need to save 36%, they'd say it's impossible. But by breaking it down this way, it becomes a structural reality.
You're almost tricking yourself into living on less while building this huge security net in the background.
And that's the why. Because if you don't do this, lifestyle inflation will eat every single raise you ever get.
Which brings us to the context. Why is this called a Malaysian blueprint? What's so specific about that environment?
The source points out a few local traps. The first one is a big car loan culture.
Oh, we've all seen that. The fresh graduate who gets their first job and immediately buys a new car on a 9-year loan.
It's a massive wealth killer. This system makes that almost impossible because the needs bucket just can't handle that kind of payment.
And what about the EPF? For our international listeners, that's the Mandatory Retirement Savings Fund.
Right. It's the Employees Provident Fund. And because it's mandatory, it creates this false sense of security. People think, the government's handling my retirement, so I'm good.
It makes people passive.
Terribly passive. But the EPF is rarely enough. This system is about building your own private engine of wealth, so you're not just relying on that.
And it specifically called out the grab food phenomenon.
It did. It's the silent budget killer. It's so easy to spend RM 40 on a meal. But when your wants budget is strictly limited, you start to do the math.
It reintroduces that friction to spending.
That's the word of the day, friction. Traditional budgeting relies on willpower. This system uses structure and friction. You can't spend because the money simply isn't there.
So, to recap for everyone listening who might want to try this.
Sure. 3 steps. Step 1, pay yourself first. Be aggressive, 40, 30, or 20% based on your life stage.
Step 2, invest the rest. Put it in something diversified like an ETF or mutual fund to beat inflation and create that psychological barrier.
And step 3, budget the remainder. Use that 50-30-20 rule on what's left over for your needs, wants, and that all-important cash buffer.
It sounds simple, but it's a huge mental shift.
It is. But as the source says, you don't grow wealthy by leftover money. You grow wealthy by intentional money.
Intentional money. I like that.
And its final challenge is a philosophical one. Financial freedom isn't about finding the next hot stock. It's not about timing the market.
It's about boring, consistent behavior.
Over a long period of time, consistency beats intensity every time.
So here's our question for you to think about. If you opened your banking app right now and looked at the last 30 days, what story does it tell? Is it a list of your impulses? Or does it look like a construction site for where you want to be in 10 years?
It's an uncomfortable question to ask yourself.
The best ones usually are. Thanks for diving in with us today.
See you next time.